Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. This is going to be an awfully good video packed with a whole lot of information. Back in October, I made a video entitled WrestleMania 32 Dallas Information, where I did a lot of homework and basically looked around at everything that was going to be going down and let everybody know about it. Now, this is not the official schedule for me and my friends, but this is something that you should definitely take a peek at and definitely, just everybody can see what they want to do that weekend. Put it down on paper so you can maybe go out and get tickets for these events or have them in the back of your mind of what you are going to be doing. I want to be able to say that this year is going to be a big year for WrestleMania 32. I never know how many of these I'm going to be going to, but I'm going to be living this up like it's going to be my last trip, and this possibly has the best lineup of my friends possibly going. This is going to be like merging together the greatest hits of WrestleMania trips. We're going to have the best of WrestleMania 27 and 28. We're going to have the best of WrestleMania 30. In my immediate group of people that's going to be with me 24/7, it's going to be me, Miguel, Ravi, Luke Cage is going to be making his return, and then also Justin Subrian coming down. RKO, infamous NWO, is going to be a part of there. Sorry, Pinko, that you're not able to make the trip this year. I did give you the challenge of walking around campus and picking up 10 aluminum cans every day in order to recycle and maybe be able to you get yourself there, but you didn't want to accept the challenge. You're busy buying baseball jerseys at the student bookstore, so it is what it is. But Wednesday, we're going to be flying in. I'm flying in on Southwest. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I got my deal for $150 round trip. It's a really good deal. Once we get into Dallas, we're going to be staying at the WrestleCon hotel, a great deal that we picked up. I booked this deal back on April 20th. Shows you how long we've been thinking about WrestleMania 32. But we're going to be staying at the Regency Hyatt Downtown Hotel. We're going to be staying there on the 30th and 31st before moving over to our Access Hotel. But we got a really good deal, and that's what we're going to be doing. Once we get into Dallas, Wednesday will probably be, I think we get there at like 2 in the afternoon. We'll have to go get settled in our hotel. Maybe we'll be able to see some of Dallas as we walk over to the American Airlines Arena. Where we'll be catching the Mavs and the Knicks game. Can't tell you a lot about these teams. I watched the Knicks last night with Melo and their new foreign guy. I will honestly tell you that he's a lot better than I thought he was going to be. The Knicks look like they're going to be a pretty average team. Hopefully the Mavs start tanking some games and we can pick up some really good cheap tickets, like when Miguel came to my house for WrestleMania 29 weekend. I think he said he picked up those Kings tickets for $40 a piece. So that's what we're going to be doing on Wednesday. Thursday, in the town, there's not a lot going on. I'm more than likely going to be voting for Access, which is going to be running at the convention center. If we don't go to Access, we're going to be going to the Dallas Stars game. I know nothing about hockey. I only watch Olympic hockey, so I can't even tell you who the Stars are going to be playing, but they're going to be playing at the American Airlines Arena as well. So one of those two things is what we're going to be doing. I can honestly say that I'll be voting to go to Access. I always have fun at Access, and it never does me wrong. Friday, WrestleCon is going to be running at the Hyatt Regency from 9 to 5. This is the day that we have to move from our Hyatt Hotel where the WrestleCon is to, I believe it's the Magnolia, and that's where WWE put us up. We might be hindered by the fact that we don't get to check into the Magnolia until maybe 2 o'clock. So I don't know what we'll do. Maybe we'll have to have somebody sit with our bags, or maybe we'll have a friend at the WrestleCon hotel that can let us keep our bags in there before we have to move over. That's something that I didn't think of, but maybe I should be making some connections about what I can do with our bags that morning. But 4 o'clock, Evolve is going to be running at Eddie Dean's Ranch. Eddie Dean's Ranch is actually like a big nightclub. Honestly, when I first read Eddie Dean's Ranch was going to be the home of the More Than Mania events, I actually thought it was somebody's ranch, and they were going to be holding all these matches inside of a barn or something like that. But it looks like a really nice place when you look it up. 7:30, ROH is going to be running their Supercard of Honor show at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. That's going to be a really good show that I'm sure they're going to attract a lot of people to get to this big event. 8 o'clock is when NXT is going to be running at the Access Arena. Not actually the ring that's inside of Access, but actually the same convention center hosts an arena where NXT is going to be with the WrestleMania package. We have tickets to this, and more than likely this is what we're going to be going to. It's going to be fun to actually see NXT on WrestleMania weekend, since we missed it last year, and a lot of people were saying that it was the show of the weekend. After NXT, it's a short walk from the Access Arena going over to where the Eddie Dean's Ranch is. At midnight, we're going to be watching Kaiju Big Battle. Always fun to see the Waffle. Maybe Chris Hero will make another appearance at the show, as he did last year in his Bill Cosby sweater, playing Dr. Cube. But very, very fun stuff to finish off Friday night. Immediately, Saturday morning, WrestleCon opens again, running from 9 to 5. I just received an early Christmas present from my friend Ivan. We're going to be going to WrestleCon on Saturday, and he basically took advantage of the Team Art Promotions deal. You can check out their stuff at teamartpromotions.net. They're one of the vendors that's going to be running at WrestleCon, and what he got was he bought the Attitude Era Super Ticket for both of us. So we're going to be meeting, it says meeting 10 guests, but as of right now they only have 9 mentioned. And then he also was able to get an Attitude Era Headliner guest, which is going to be meeting Kurt Angle. A really good deal, honestly. A lot of the guys on this super ticket were guys that I wanted to meet anyways. Kurt Angle is a guy that I only met, I've met him twice on 2 different days. That when he checked in to the Bound for Glory hotel, and when he was leaving to actually go to the Bound for Glory show, I was standing in the right spot. So I was able to get a picture with him. I was able to get an autograph with him, but I've honestly never said anything to him except for please and thank you. As a part of the super ticket, we'll meet Bob Holly. We'll meet Bart Gunn, The Cat, Road Warrior Animal, Scott Punske, who I don't even know who he is. I watched one of his matches on the WWE Network the other day, and I remembered the match. I remembered his dad coming in, trying to help him get over, and they wrestled a match against Jerry Lawler and his son, but I don't know. Yeah. Lex Luger, Raven, Deborah McMichael, and Terry Runnels. I don't know. There's a big blank space where somebody was once before. I can't tell who they removed, but maybe somebody canceled and they're not actually going to be there, and they'll replace them. But meeting Bob Holly and meeting Kurt Angle were 2 of the guys that I was really pumped to meet. Lex Luger and Raven are 2 guys that I'm glad I finally get to meet. From there on Saturday, at noon, Evolve will be running another show. At 2 o'clock, ROH will be running a television taping. I'm hoping to be able to be out of WrestleCon by 2 o'clock to get into this ROH show. Seeing how they're both at the same spot, I don't think it'll be that hard. Shimmer runs at 4 o'clock at Eddie Dean's Ranch. I've never seen a Shimmer show. Always heard good things, so if I can make it to that, it'd be fun. Hall of Fame will more than likely run at 6. I will tell you that I'm not 100% sold on Hall of Fame. I don't know who the main eventer is going to be. Sting getting his neck surgery might keep him out of making an appearance at the Hall of Fame. But, you know, there's Goldberg. There's not many guys that you could think who's going to be the Hall of Famer. And, you know, when it comes to the Hall of Fame, I care more about guys like Vince, Undertaker, Triple H, The Rock. Those are 4 names that I care about seeing going into the Hall of Fame. Almost everybody else I don't really care about. There might be a feel-good moment of somebody going in, like a Tommy Dreamer or a Rob Van Dam, somebody that I really watched throughout my career. But honestly, it's on the network, and you know, I can go see another wrestling show, as in what I'm going to talk about next, the WrestleCon Super Show, which will be running at 8 o'clock. This was the best show that we saw all last WrestleMania weekend. It was a really fun one. They had like I want to say it was a 12-man tag with guys like Abyss, James Storm, the Dudleys, Colt Cabana, Tommaso Ciampa, Evan Bourne. This was all in one freaking match. It was jam-packed. The guy Gulak, I'd never seen him wrestle before. They had real fun matches where they took guys from Lucha Underground, basically guys that were signing for WrestleCon. They just went to him, asked them if they wanted to work. The headliner was the Dudleys versus the Hardys. No, I apologize. It was the Hardys versus Rob Van Dam and Sabu. I messed that up. That's basically a dream match that we've never seen before, and that was a fun one to see. But that WrestleCon Super Show, I was glad when Miguel asked me about it, and I would be glad to sell my Hall of Fame ticket in order to go to that WrestleCon show, because that was one of the best things that I saw. Sunday morning, and all of Sunday, there's not really much going on. WrestleMania Access would be fun to go to. I remember that the last thing that I thought of about Saturday night when I went to sleep going into Sunday morning was that maybe I should set my alarm to go hang out with Pinko, because I knew he was going to Access in the morning, and I ended up falling asleep before deciding what I was going to do, and it was fun to get to sleep, and it was what it was. But I think a lot of what's going down Sunday will be based around the bus trip that we get from our hotel getting to WrestleMania 32. It'd be nice to be able to go out and get a good lunch like we did before WrestleMania 30, but we'll have to see what time permits. Once you get to WrestleMania, whenever you get there from 11 to 5 in the parking lot, I don't know how legally they're able to do this, but they're running a Terry Funk barbecue, which is $25 in order to get in, and they just basically updated the site where I was trying to find out if the $25 entry fee covers food. It still doesn't say, but now it's saying you can buy a $30 meet and greet ticket to meet Terry Funk at his own barbecue. So now you're looking at $55 to get into this barbecue, get an autograph and a picture with Terry Funk. But then once you get in and you get this, they say you get something really nice signed by Terry Funk, what are you going to do with it? You got to bring it into WrestleMania and hold it there for 5 hours. So I think that I pretty much took my vote where I'm going to be crossing off the Terry Funk barbecue. It'd be nice to get a thing of ribs from Terry. If I was running the event, I would honestly just put Terry near where they're serving the food, and just you're able to say hi to Terry, maybe snap a selfie as you walk by, and you'd be able to get people to get in there. It's being held in the parking lot of WrestleMania. You're going to have a ton of people walking by. You're going to have a ton of people that are hungry. And how many times in your lifetime are you going to be able to say that Terry Funk served me a plate of ribs? But after that, of course, 5 p.m. is going to be WrestleMania 32. After that, doesn't look like there's much going on in the city of Dallas, but we'll find some trouble to get into. Monday is the day where really nothing is going on, where there's been talks of Miguel basically saying that the Rangers are playing a home game that day. It'd be nice to see the ballpark in Arlington. The hardest part, I think, will be finding a way in order to get out there. But then, of course, at 6:15 is Monday Night Raw, being held back at the American Airlines Arena. Last year's show was pretty fun. At the end of the day, nothing really happened because Rollins ran away from Brock. But it was a fun way to end that weekend. There's a Jim Ross one-man show that night if you wanted to see something and you weren't ready to hightail it out of town. I've never seen anybody run anything after Monday Night Raw, so that's pretty cool that they're doing it. I still don't know why WWE doesn't run an Access on Monday, seeing how you have all those people held over and nothing for them to do WWE related until Raw later that night. But I guess they're thinking that everybody's going to sleep off WrestleMania and not want to do much that day. But you only get to go to WrestleMania a few times in your life. Maybe some people only get to go once. Definitely, if you're like me, it's one of the only times that you get to see your friends throughout the year. Ravi lives in Canada, Justin lives in Canada, Ivan lives in Canada, Miguel lives in SoCal, so does Luke, and it is what it is. I mean, you only get to see these people so many times, so you might as well live it up and live it like it's the best party that you've ever seen. So these are the things that I've outlined as the things that are on my list to see what we're going to do. There will be a final draft. I'm sure that Luke and Miguel and Ravi will all make videos with their schedules as well. But as things get crossed off the list, I'll make sure you know. So if you want to be at the same place as we are at, you will know where to go. But WrestleCon, WrestleMania, Monday Night Raw, NXT, and Kaiju, I think, are more than likely the locks of the weekend, as make sure that we are at this place at this time.